Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. 214 million XRP dumped on the market in the last 3 weeks by one person. None other than Jed McCaleb, who of course is a Ripple co-founder, no longer with the company, clearly at this point not a fan of Ripple and wants in no way to support XRP. But he may be running out of all of his XRP very, very soon, so I want to provide an update, especially given the state of the market, because while he's been dumping XRP, the price certainly has been crashing the last few weeks, but I would also like to be clear that he does not have the ability to sell enough XRP at any moment in time to measurably impact the global price of XRP. He can only sell 1% of global volume per day, and that's calculated based on the previous 7 days of price activity. And so there's no way that he's going to be able to have any sort of meaningful, lasting effect on the global price of XRP. Period. And of course, this is also evidenced by the fact that he's always been selling for years and years and years, and he was selling. As XRP reached its all-time high of almost $4, he was selling all the way up, and he didn't have the ability to stop that from happening. Well, how about that? Go figure. And then also there are concerns, which I'm going to address, about Jed McCaleb dumping Spark tokens on the market, so I want to talk about that. And here's the thing. Not everybody and not every entity will be receiving Spark tokens. But look, before I go any further, I do want to be clear. I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just a simple little moon Lambo hanging out all up on the internet, making YouTube videos as a super duper fun hobby. But that's all that's going on here, damn it. And if you don't like it, you can get out. So let's jump in. Data provided by XRP Scan indicates that in the last 19 days, ex-CTO of Ripple, who also helped found it, Jed McCaleb, has released a whopping 214 million XRP tokens to be sold after he welcomed 408 million tokens from Ripple. And so to be clear, and I'm not going to get into all the nuts and bolts of this in this video, but I have talked about it on this channel, there is an arrangement that was worked out legally between Jed McCaleb and Ripple, and so he's allotted a certain amount of XRP, which is his XRP, and then he can sell it at a rate that was agreed upon, and they've been going under the same setup for many years at this point, and both parties are A-okay with it, so super duper. But anyway, as per XRP Scan, since June 3rd, founder of rivaling Stellar, McCaleb, has conducted 20 transactions, pushing large amounts of XRP from his taco stand wallet to crypto exchanges. And that is the best name for an XRP wallet, taco stand. I think it's fun anyway. But I would like to say here also, I don't really view Stellar, which McCaleb founded after he co-founded Ripple and left Ripple, I don't see Stellar as really competing against any particular use case that XRP has been adopted for to this point. I don't see Stellar Lumens XLM, I don't see it being utilized as a bridge currency. I don't see Stellar in a general sense going to market the same way that Ripple is in terms of developing RippleNet. It really doesn't look like the same thing to me, to be honest with you. And by the way, I've mentioned this from time to time. It's been a long time since I mentioned it, but like I'm pro Stellar. Like if they can get traction, super duper. I happen to hold XLM, so if it gets traction, hey, awesome. And I've been holding it since 2017, actually. But anyway, 3 consecutive transfers carried, I'll just round the number here, 16.3 million XRP, 7 transfers were worth 12.9 million XRP each, and 7 carried 8.2 million XRP, and 3 last moved 6 million XRP each. So yeah, let's just say he's not exactly hurting for money at this point. And so Jed received 408 million XRP from Ripple on the same day he started selling, which was June 3rd. And the total amount of XRP and fiat shifted by Jed since that day is equal to, and this is crazy, it's the amount of money this guy has at this point, $124 million. Since that day. And look, mind you, like I am not bitter. I'm not the type that gets jealous about other people having more money. Like I'm like, good for you. Ever since I was very young, the way that I looked at the world was such that if I saw somebody that was very successful, I never got like the little tinge of jealousy that some people get. I just thought, oh wow, well if they've found success in life, maybe I can too. How about that? I like success stories. I don't think we should tear people down when they find success. That's just the way I'm looking at it. But anyway. So anyway, Jed McCaleb has sold in May 453 million XRP. So he's certainly running lower than ever before. And I like seeing that because that way we can perhaps stop talking about how much Jed McCaleb has XRP, Jed McCaleb has left in terms of selling before he's actually out of this. And so there's a website that shows a chart of McCaleb releasing his XRP holdings to sell. Currently, there are 3 forecasts as to when the former Ripple chief tech officer is likely to run out of his XRP riches. It will depend on how much he will be selling per week from now. If it's 7.5 million XRP on average, then McCaleb is likely to run out of XRP by November 12th, which would be another 142 days. That's the longest term forecast. But if he sells 11.4 million XRP per month, this term shortens to September 25th, just 94 days. And so should he sell 12.7 million XRP, 3 months average, McCaleb will see his XRP holdings disappear by September 15th, which makes it 84 days to go. And so it is just a matter of time. Eventually, this is no longer going to be here. And so to be clear, the reason that there are different potential dates for him to run out, given that we know he's selling as much as he possibly can, it's again because global volumes change and the amount that he can sell, it changes based on the global volume of XRP sold. That's it, because he can only sell a very tiny percentage of it, and that's by design so that he cannot impact the markets. And so I understand that these numbers would seem staggering for any individual. Like I just said, in less than a month, he's made $124 million from selling XRP. It sounds like a lot. It's a drop in the bucket. In terms of the global amount of XRP going into and out of the ecosystem and all the open markets of XRP, it might as well be zero. It looks like a rounding error. So it's a lot for one person, but in the scheme of things, no, it's a big nothing. It doesn't matter. It's not in any measurable way suppressing the price action of XRP. It just simply isn't. Now, here's a tweet from Maverick XRP, who tagged me along with a number of other members of the XRP community and wrote the following. Have we thought about the vast amount of Flare Network's Spark tokens that Jed McCaleb will have? Oh yes, indeed we have. And I've mentioned this on the channel, but it's been a long while, and I've seen a number of people on Twitter and in the YouTube comment section bring this up, so I did want to talk about this again, at least briefly here. But because the general understanding, of course, and the way this works in general, actually, is that if you hold XRP, if you held it on the snapshot date, which it was December of 2020, when just a snapshot was taken on the state of the XRP ledger, and just took a look at what the holdings of each wallet was at that moment in time. Every XRP holder that had XRP at that time was allowed to receive it. Was allowed to receive free Spark tokens, and there were some exceptions to that. There are excluded groups, and so here is the official Flare Network's website, and here's who they wrote is excluded. And this is from the piece they wrote titled "Further Information on the Spark Token Distribution." So here's who's excluded. Other than Ripple Inc. and the non-participating exchanges, there are a few groups that are completely excluded from this distribution. These are Jed McCaleb and accounts that are known to have received XRP as a result of fraud, theft, and scams. And so look, I like that, frankly. It's very clear that XRP is meant to work in tandem with the Flare Network's ecosystem with the Spark token, and Jed McCaleb wants nothing to do with that. And so given that he's an XRP whale, why would it make sense to give him free Spark tokens too, when clearly he wants nothing to do with any of this? And then the other ones, of course, any accounts that are known to be, they're known fraudsters and scammers, of course, I'm glad that they were proactive to weed those out, because the type of people that would act so nefariously don't deserve a free Spark tokens. I think we can all agree on that. And then they write, unlike Ripple Inc. and the non-participating exchanges, the Spark balances that would have gone to these excluded participants are instead to be placed in a reward pool to incentivize the minting of F assets, starting with FXRP, which I'm not going to talk about further in this video, but I have talked about on the channel, of course. And then there was there's David Schwartz, who is claiming his Spark tokens. And so there was an interesting write-up here, and this was shared by somebody named XOS on Twitter. And this was back in September 25th of 2020. And so there's this little screen grab, and I remember this came from Flare's official website, one of their pages, and it said they're referencing the snapshot, which I just talked about a moment ago, and they said from the snapshot, known addresses belonging to Ripple Labs, certain previous employees of Ripple Labs, and any exchanges that have not confirmed their support to Flare will be removed. And so they didn't say current employees can't receive Spark tokens, and they didn't say that all past employees of Ripple can't receive Spark tokens. And that's the way it was worded at the time. And so XOS tagged David Schwartz, who is Ripple CTO and co-creator of the XRP ledger, and said, David, serious question about the Flare snapshot. Ripple employees and certain ex-employees are not eligible, yet I saw your wallet was activated for the snapshot. Can you clear this up? Smart XRP hodlers are suspicious about redeeming. And indeed, his wallet, it was the case that he had at that point actually activated this, and some people were confused. They thought like all Ripple employees couldn't do it, but that's not what was stated. Like Flare never said that. And so here's how David Schwartz responded. He wrote, I assumed I was eligible for the drop because I'm neither Ripple Labs nor a previous employee of Ripple Labs, but I don't know. I had a lot of reasons for registering, no one reason significantly stronger than the others. Show support, show it was safe, sell my tokens ASAP for $4. And I like that. I can appreciate that he was up front. So it's like, one of the reasons is, yes, I would like to sell that. And so the official Flare Networks account did respond to David Schwartz and said the following. David, we are so honored that you are claiming your Spark tokens. All current and almost all past Ripple employees can claim Spark with the XRP that they hold personally. We are excluding Jed's XRP from the distribution. And so there you go. Perfectly clear. And so, David Schwartz is going to get a whole lot of Spark tokens, and deservedly so. Because, by the way, and this is worth mentioning, although he's one of the 3 creators of XRP and the XRP ledger, he was not gifted XRP. And I don't know that he's ever talked too much about the specifics. And I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think one of the reasons may have had to do with how much liability he was willing to take on, because the idea of creating a cryptocurrency and the legal implications, especially back in the day when they started working on it, which technically I think they started doing some sort of prep for it in late 2011, although XRP wasn't actually officially created until June 2nd of 2012, and at the time it was known as XNS, and it was renamed to XRP later. But he actually didn't get any free XRP. All the XRP that he bought, and he did end up acquiring, he's publicly stated a rather substantial amount, he purchased with his own money, actually. And so it's always funny to me when people make him out to be some sort of, I hate that crap, when he's some sort of villain because he's got a bunch of XRP, and then if he starts selling it on the open market, I'm like, damn, what? He bought it, and as it becomes worth more, if he wants to adjust his risk exposure with it's an asset he owns, why would anyone have a problem with him doing that? I just don't think that's fair or rational. There's nothing virtuous about exposing yourself to undue risk if that's not what you want to do. There's nothing virtuous about that. That's irresponsible, especially if you've got a family, and he's got a spouse too, and so it's just like, it's not even just about him. It's just completely unfair to approach it like that. I've always thought anyway. So I say, and he has sold a bunch, and great. I say good for him. I hope that he's made a bunch of money off it, and I hope he continues to have opportunity. I mean, we wouldn't even have XRP like it is now, at least, without him and a couple others. So super duper as far as I'm concerned. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.